Good morning. Good morning. I know some people think I don't have mornings where I don't feel up to it 100%. Coach Deborah, this is one of those mornings I'm pushing. I'm pushing myself. Uh, and that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to push yourself even beyond how you feel, how you believe. Uh, what you think about that, Megs? Sometimes you just got to go beyond how you feel and remind yourself of what you're committed to. Did you catch that? Sometimes you have to just go to what you know you have committed to. Every day you're not going to feel like it. Every day you're not going to feel like it. I don't have those every day. I don't have those every day. Kim, I don't have those every day. But every now and again, I have those days where I'm pushing myself to do it, you know? And this morning was one of those days I'm like, man, busy day, busy week, busy month, so many moving parts. And I'm grateful to God for aligning me with where I am, you know? But all of us are human beings and we have feelings. But what I teach, I really, really believe this with my whole heart. Don't let your feelings be your guide. Don't let your feelings be your guide. You have to learn how to push yourself beyond your feelings. Now, it's a little bit more complicated when you have to deal with other people because you have to manage them as well along with you and the feeling factor. But this morning we're continuing our talk on overcoming this whole refusing to be a victim position. And that's the goal. You're not a victim, okay? And you got to get that in your head. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. I've gone through some things, okay? I've gone through some things, but I'm not a victim. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like what I should be about. I don't feel it all the time, but I continue to press towards the mark for the prize of the high calling, which is in Christ Jesus, right? And so this morning, I want to give attention to this whole subject of overcoming a victim mentality. Overcoming a victim mentality. 3 essential steps to empowerment. Why is this important? Struggling with a victim mentality can be limiting, but it can also put you in a permanent state. Recognizing and addressing this mindset is critical for personal growth and empowerment. You've got to know I'm struggling. I'm struggling and I'm going through something that I have to address. So, Angela, every now and again, you just have to look at yourself and you have to examine yourself. And if you've been around here for a while, you know that's a big subject of mine. It's examining yourself and see how's this working for me. And that's why, number one, this morning, you've heard this almost all month, and it's self-awareness. Self-awareness and acceptance. Write that down. Self-awareness and acceptance. When we're talking about overcoming a victim mentality, self-awareness and acceptance is very, very important. Acknowledge the presence of a victim mentality without judgment. Reflect on how it manifests its thoughts, behavior, and the relationships that you have. Okay, what you want to do is you want to reflect, and so reflection is important. Okay, reflection is important. If you haven't been allowing yourself to have quiet time to disconnect, time to unplug, you could be hurting yourself. You could be hindering yourself from maximum performance. Okay, you can be hindering yourself from maximum performance. So if you want to get better, it's important for you to now tell yourself self-awareness and acceptance. I know where I am. I know what I have to accept. Some things I had no control over. Some things I had control over, but I didn't make the best decision. Okay, so now acknowledging the presence of a victim mentality without judgment. Judgment to a degree where you're punishing yourself beyond a reasonable state. Okay, so examine, Reflect and look at your thoughts, behaviors, and your relationships and start to see where are you in your position. Next thing is seek support. Seek support. You guys know that I teach someone is assigned to help you. Okay? Not only is someone assigned victory where you're having challenges. Okay? So you got to get out of pride. What would people think of me is a statement you need not lean into. Don't worry about what people think about you. You're trying to be free. You're trying to do your best life, man. You've only got one life. And if you're going to do this life right, you got to reach out to trusted friends and family or professionals for guidance to encourage you. Okay? Someone is assigned to help me just as much as you are assigned to help someone. Okay? Just as much as you're assigned to help someone is assigned to help me. If you can get that in your head, if you can get that in your spirit, oh my Lord, I'm telling you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay? Who's assigned to help me? And here's the deal. Very, very rare do you find someone assigned to help you in every area of your life. That's the reason why we need a doctor, we need a lawyer. That's why we need a mechanic. Sometimes, you need a plumber, an electrician, right? You need a therapist. I mean, you need a financial planner. You need a health and fitness coach. All of these are different people with different skills. And once you start to have those moments where we talk about self-awareness and acceptance, you start to look at where am I struggling? Where am I struggling? Okay? Where am I struggling? And then who do I need in my life? Now, here's the deal. Everybody's not going to charge you, You won't be charged as much as others will be charged if you learn how to build friends and influence people. You won't get a bill for every time somebody's called to assist you if you would just get social and learn how to get into society and build community. Okay? And build community. Remember now, I said the kid with the most friends won't be taken advantage of for the most part because somebody's going to say, hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know why? Because that's what friends do. You need a friend in there. You need a doctor in your Rolodex. You need a therapist in your Rolodex. You need a police officer in your Rolodex. Come on. You need a pastor in your Rolodex. You need a plumber. You need an electrician. Come on. Hello. You need to know who you need. Okay? You need to know who you need. And then you need to do the work to make sure that you're not coming across like a sucker. Okay? You're not just trying to find out who you need to take, but you're also learning that you have something to offer. That's why people who have great value to offer surround themselves with other people who have great value to offer. Remember the statement, birds of a feather flock together. So it works out really well. It works out real good for those people because here's the deal. High value people hang around high value people. Let me say it again. High value people hang around high value people. And what you want to do is, when I say seek support, which is my number 2 point, make sure that the circle that you're around is in one track. You're not dealing with a circle that are filled with victims. You're not dealing with a circle that is broke. You're not dealing with a circle that is still locked into limited belief systems. What you want to know is you want to find the winning circles. Be at multiple tables. Find yourself in multiple rooms. Go ahead and align yourself with different types of influences. And align yourself to ensure that when you look around you, remember, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time around. Okay? Remember, we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time around. So surround yourself with positive influences that will lift you up and empower you. You can tell a lot about a person by the people they hang out with. You want to hang out. Listen, it's okay to hang around everybody who's thriving to come up, but you need to start also hanging around people who somewhat you start to feel a little bit intimidated by because they're so ahead of you. Don't be afraid to hang out with people who are ahead of you. Okay? Don't be afraid to hang out with people that are ahead of you. Remember this. It's impossible to put your hands in a bucket of glue without some of that glue sticking to you. That's that. Let me say it again. It's impossible to put your hands in a bucket of glue without some of that glue sticking to you. So when you level up with your association, what that's going to do is that's going to take you up. That's going to take you up. So go ahead and don't be afraid to hang around next level people. So I feel bad because I'm the only one who couldn't pay. I was the only one. Don't worry about that. You were still in the room. You were still at the table. You still were invited. You don't have no, see that self-awareness and acceptance. Don't feel bad. If you had it, you would have paid. Hello? Hello? All right. And so learn how to appreciate where you are, learn how to appreciate the lesson you should be getting. Because yesterday someone may be paying for you, but tomorrow you may be paying for someone else. So self-awareness and acceptance is important. This is where I am today, but this is not where I'm going to stay. Then seeking support, and your support is best given and received from when you built it within a community. Okay? When you built it in a community. When people say, man, I feel alone and I don't have any friends, that's a behavior that is being fed by a practice on a daily basis. You can change that. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to not have any friends. I mean, join a church and get involved. Join a Toastmasters and get involved. Join a Kiwanis club and get involved. Join a Rotary club. Join the neighborhood association. Join the PTA board. I mean, join the community alliance for police organization. Join the hospital board. I mean, join a knitting board. Join a building board. Join a small business association. Join the Chamber of Commerce. Okay, get involved, because here's the deal. The kid with no friends is going to be limited when life throws them a curveball. And the world is too filled with incredible people to be doing life alone. So don't do life alone. Make sure you build a support system. And I'm going to close with taking action. Okay, taking action. I have found more people have lost, not because the right information hasn't been given to them. It's because they've allowed themselves not to engage with doing something with the right information. Faith without works is dead. Did y'all hear that this morning? Faith without works is dead. So what you got to realize is, if you go into the next level, you got to take actions. If you're going to remove yourself from having the victim mentality, you're going to have to take action. Empower yourself by goal setting. Here's what I'm going to do this weekend. Here's what I'm going to do this month. Here's what I'm going to do this quarter. And then start chipping away. Start addressing that stuff. Start addressing that stuff. Let me tell you something. You can move so much further than where you are if you would commit to setting practical goals, if you would start practicing self-care, quiet time, reading, exercising, networking. Do you understand what I'm saying? Detoxing, monitoring what is good for me, what's not good for me. How am I sleeping? How am I eating? How am I spending my money? Hello? How am I managing my time? Who am I hanging around the most? Are these people I'm hanging around, are they good for me? Are they good for me? And so take action. Challenge negative thoughts and beliefs, replacing them with affirmation of strength and capabilities. Just what am I capable of doing? Start looking at affirmation. I was not born to be broke, sick, or frustrated. I was created to be the head and not the tail. I like peace. I like prosperity. I like joy. I like cleanliness. I like health. Hello. I like friendliness. Oh my God. Learn to identify who you are. Learn to identify what you need to do to get more of what you have acknowledged in regards to who you are. Well, this morning, like I said, I have a full day. Embrace the process. Okay? Embrace the process, and don't let your feelings be your guide. The worst thing you could do is over engage yourself in living based on how you feel every day. Because guess what? Your feelings are like this. What you have to do is you have to live your life based on vision that is driven. Watch this. You have to live your life based on discipline that is driven by vision. Vision is what gets you up out of bed. Vision is what gets you to sign up for a Toastmasters. Vision is what gets you to read the book. Vision is what gets you to stay up late to do the paperwork, to enroll in the class, to start that small business. And discipline is what's going to help you to accomplish what you've been in pursuit of. If you don't have any discipline, guess what? You can become better disciplined. I think we're going to talk about that again. We're going to bring the whole how to become more disciplined, because a lot of people are not failing because they don't have a great idea. A lot of people haven't organized themselves in the right way, and they have not done the work in regards to being disciplined to see the fruits manifested in their lives. We'll talk more about it later, but identify what's for you this morning and tell yourself, I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not a victim. Okay? I'm working on me. God bless you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.